Words, mere sounds, fleeting vibrations in the air, yet they hold a power that can shake the very foundations of our being. Like whispers in the dead of night, certain words carry a weight, a darkness that chills the soul. They linger long after they're spoken, their echoes haunting the corridors of our minds. Beware, dear reader, for we are about to embark on a journey into the shadowy depths of language. From time immemorial, humanity has been both captivated and terrified by unseen forces. We have sought answers in the stars, in ancient texts and in our imaginations. But what if the answers lie dormant within the very words we utter? What if the power to invite darkness resides in the mundane language we take for granted? Prepare yourself, for what follows is not for the faint of heart. In the annals of history, certain words and phrases have gained notoriety for their association with tragedy and misfortune. These cursed words, often whispered in hushed tones, are believed to carry with them a palpable sense of dread, a foreboding that chills the listener to the bone. They are the verbal equivalent of a black cat crossing your path, an ill omen that casts a long shadow over the future. These pronouncements of doom are not mere superstitions. They are deeply ingrained in the human psyche, passed down through generations like heirlooms of fear. To utter these words is to invite the very darkness they represent, to tempt fate and risk unleashing its wrath. The power of these curses lies not necessarily in some supernatural force, but in the psychological weight they carry, the way they tap into our deepest fears and anxieties. History is replete with examples of malicious words having a profound and often devastating impact on the course of events. From the whispers of courtly intrigue that toppled empires to the inflammatory rhetoric that ignited wars, words have long been wielded as weapons of immense power. One need only look at the rise of totalitarian regimes, where propaganda and hate speech were used to manipulate and control entire populations, to understand the sinister potential of language. The Salem witch trials, a dark chapter in American history, stand as a chilling testament to the destructive power of fear and suspicion fueled by malicious words. Accusations, rumors, and spectral evidence, all forms of verbal assault, were enough to condemn innocent men and women to death. The trials serve as a stark reminder that words, especially when used irresponsibly and without regard for truth or justice, can have deadly consequences. The human mind is fertile ground for fear. Words can conjure vivid and disturbing images in our imaginations. A well-crafted horror story transports us to a realm of terror. The author paints a picture so vivid we feel haunted long after reading. Words evoke strong emotional responses due to our empathy. Section 5. Shackles of Fear. Psychological impact. The psychological impact of negative language can be profound and long-lasting. Repeated exposure to verbal abuse, bullying, or even casual negativity can chip away at our self-esteem, leaving us feeling vulnerable, anxious, and depressed. Like a slow poison, these words seep into our subconscious, shaping our thoughts and behaviors in insidious ways. Studies have shown that exposure to negative language can actually alter our brain chemistry, increasing the production of stress hormones like cortisol. This constant state of heightened anxiety can have a detrimental effect on both our physical and mental health, making us more susceptible to a range of ailments from heart disease to depression. Section 6. Echoes in literature, words as weapons. Literature is replete with examples of words being used as weapons to wound, to manipulate, and to destroy. Shakespeare, a master of language, understood the power of words to both heal and harm. In his plays, he gives us characters like Iago, whose venomous words poison the mind of Othello, leading to jealousy, madness, and ultimately tragedy. In Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, The creature's isolation and despair are exacerbated by the cruel words hurled at him by those who fear his monstrous appearance. He is denied love, compassion, and even basic human decency, his pleas for understanding falling on deaf ears. Through the creature's plight, Shelley reminds us of the dehumanizing power of prejudice and the importance of choosing our words with care. Section 7. Modern Curses, the Digital Age. In today's digital age, where words can be spread with the click of a button, the potential for malicious language to cause harm has increased exponentially. Cyberbullying, hate speech, and online harassment have become all too common, with devastating consequences for individuals and society as a whole. The anonymity of the internet often emboldens individuals to say things they would never dream of saying in person, unleashing a torrent of negativity that can have a profound impact on the mental and emotional well-being of others. The rise of social media has also created a breeding ground for negativity and misinformation. Algorithms designed to keep us engaged often prioritize sensationalized content, including that which is negative or inflammatory. This constant barrage of negativity can warp our perception of the world, making us more cynical, distrustful, and prone to fear and anxiety. Section 8. A word of caution, the importance of thought. As we have seen, words have the power to both heal and harm. They can inspire, uplift, and unite, but they can also wound, divide, and destroy. It is therefore incumbent upon us all to be mindful of the words we choose, to use them responsibly, and to always consider their potential impact on others. Before we speak, we should ask ourselves, are my words true? Are they kind? Are they necessary? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then perhaps it is best to remain silent. For in the words of the Buddha, the tongue is like a sharp knife. It kills without drawing blood. Section 9. Breaking the spell, choosing hope. Despite the undeniable power of malicious words, it is important to remember that we are not powerless against them. Just as words can be used to inflict pain, they can also be used to heal, to inspire, and to create a more compassionate and understanding world. By choosing our words carefully, by speaking out against injustice, and by promoting empathy and understanding, we can help to break the spell of negativity and create a world where words are used for good, not evil. The choice is ours. We can succumb to the darkness, allowing fear and negativity to rule our lives, or we can choose hope, using our words to build bridges instead of walls. Let us strive to be a force for good in the world, using the power of language to create a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come.